breaking news coming in. This is another warning being shot of by United States President Donald Trump, who is issuing this stern message to the Hamas. He's telling the Hamas to uphold the ceasefire with Israel or face catastrophic consequences. Donald Trump said that the United States will give the truce a short window to hold, but then made it very clear that patience is limited, and if attacks resume, the U.S. will respond forcefully. He also warned that Hamas could be eradicated if it breaches the deal. So this is what U.S. President Donald Trump has to say. Let me go across to consulting editor Srinjoy Chaudhary, who's joining us on this broadcast. Donald Trump is telling the Hamas that if you continue with the attack, if you don't honor the ceasefire, then you face the threat of eradication. What is your reading of this message that Donald Trump is sending out?
This is a very unwieldy ceasefire. This is barely holding. The point now is that the Trump plan says that the Hamas has to return all the weapons that it has. Now, so far, Hamas has not agreed to do it. There is a fear. There are already intelligence reports that there could be Hamas attacks in the next few days. Now, if that is so, then clearly there is no ceasefire and we are back to square one. And the president's plan to have a completely different Middle East will actually end. Now, the issues are as follows. First, Hamas has to return the weapons. Therefore, if they do return the weapons and all their weapons, there cannot be any attacks. Now, this is the fear, that if there are no weapons returned, if some weapons are not returned, and then there are attacks, then naturally, quite naturally, the ceasefire will come to an end. And if that happens, then you have to reinvent the wheel all over again. That's the concern. That's the worry, which is why the president has said what he has.
Right.
He wants peace in the area. He's tried very hard for peace. And to give him the credit, he has succeeded so far. It's an unwieldy peace. It's an insecure peace, but it's still a peace.
Yes.
But at this point, if there is an attack, even that peace will come to an end.
Yes. But a strongly worded statement by Donald Trump, where he's telling Hamas in no uncertain terms that you will be eradicated if you breach the deal and if you do not allow peace to prevail. Thank you, Srinjoy, for joining us.